Hello, welcome to episode 53 of the Wee Podcast. It is Clarky here with Phil.
Hello.
We have another guest this week. It is Adrian Dallas.
Hello.
So this week we're just going to talk about basically what he has going on at the moment, his online coaching, Be Strong Not Skinny program, amongst other wee things. Won't ruin them for you. We'll just let you get into it this week, so enjoy.
Woo!
Adrian, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Do you mind if I call you? What do you want? Adrian or Adrian? I've just realised I never asked.
Yeah.
I'm 88.
Yeah. I've got so many names. Like, technically it's 80.
Yeah.
But I prefer 80. But you
Okay,
know,
I'll call
you
you
can call me Adrian if you want.
Your
No.
name's
I mean,
80?
people call me Addy. 80.
We have an Addy, you can't be him.
No.
You'll be
Yeah,
It's-
I know.
you'll
I
be
guess
Adrian.
like on like social media and stuff and business wise, it's Adrian. But
Yeah.
I only did that because it was easier. It used to
Yeah.
be 80s health and fitness.
Is that
Yes.
ever like shouted at you said?
Adrian!
No.
All the time.
Oh.
That's
I always
yeah.
think a friend called Adrian because I know I'm drunk. I'd be like,
Fucking check. Anybody can check.
I love it. Never gets old. Trust me.
I'm sorry.
Until just there.
I should have done that. I do apologise.
So okay, I'll start again. No, not really. So 80, first podcast ever.
Yes, it's good to be on. It's obviously going to be trying to venture into the podcast world myself.
Yep.
Maybe in January. So
Yeah.
no, it's obviously we met through the online training.
Yeah. Which
And
was
What's it going to be
well, it
about?
hasn't
Do you
ended
know?
yet. It's still going. It's going to be about
If you don't mind saying, that is.
training, online
Okay.
training. So
Right.
it's like, you know, I guess it's a relatively new concept for somewhere like Northern Ireland anyway.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
not many people in this country do it, maybe one or two. So like, the thing about like personal training, one-to-one coaching is, it's good. Obviously, it's brilliant being able to coach someone one-to-one, train someone one-to-one. You're
Yeah.
going to get obviously
The best out of them. The
Yes,
best out of you.
obviously I'm going to see you in person as well because
Mhm.
obviously that's my expertise.
Yep.
Is coaching one to one.
Tweaks
But
and whatever it is,
for me, I just found over like 6 months ago, I was like, how can I help more people? And it sort of frustrated me because I know obviously I'm good at what I do,
Yep.
and I can obviously benefit a lot of people's lives through what I do. So
Yeah.
it's like that old scenario of how literally can I help more people, and you know,
Mhm.
online training is a platform that I can reach people on a bigger scale.
Yep.
I can reach more people, I can help more people, obviously I can grow my business more, I can get my message across
Yep.
to hopefully, like, you know, especially in this country as well, and obviously me and Andrew had a conversation, we were very much talking about like this country could definitely do with some sort of, you know, movement in terms of health, fitness,
Yeah.
you know, our lifestyle.
Yep.
We aren't the greatest at, you know, prioritising our health at the top. And, you know, I grew up like that, you know, excuse me, that I'm not saying that I was healthy and have been healthy, like,
Yeah,
all my
forever.
life.
Yeah.
Because I started off at the bottom as well. Like, I started off extremely overweight, heavy. Actually, according to my BMI, I was obese.
No way, seriously?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Because
that's
the pictures, like, I remember you posted up pictures a while ago. I remember looking and going, you don't look that bad.
yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah. The thing is, like, see, when I was overweight, and everyone will agree with this who's been in my shoes, is you don't want to take pictures yourself. Like, I hated the way I looked.
yeah,
So I was looking in the mirror, like, you know, disgusted at what I looked like. So it was like, why would I take a photo of that? But obviously, looking back, I regret not taking a photo because
Yeah.
that would have been awesome
Yeah.
to
To
see
see where you came
how
from.
far I've actually came.
yeah.
I remember, you know, on day one, I started like my own Instagram account. It was literally a private Instagram account. It was me just uploading photos
Yeah.
of my progress and journey and selfies, and you know, I tried to document it even at the early stages.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was never like topless photos or
Mm-hmm.
you know, it was more like me taking a selfie. You couldn't really see the whole picture.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, it's a shame looking back. I wish I had like some sort of photos, but yeah, I started off like borderline obese. So to give you sort of some perspective, it was about, I think it was, I remember it actually like clear as day. Like I remember getting my school uniform fitted, and I remember going to actually the Deanery in Glengormley, and I went with my mum, and I was just after a summer of literally sitting there doing nothing, eating loads, like all the crap of the day, crisps, biscuits, and like I'm not just talking a packet of crisps and biscuits. I'm talking like 2 whole packets. Yeah, literally Tesco 3 for 2. That was me. Doritos, biscuits. Like I love my tea, and I everyone knows I love tea, but I still drink a lot of tea today. But
for the record, I've made 2 cups and it's been an hour and a half.
We've actually run out of tea bags.
Mum's away to the shop.
More tea bags. No, but like with each cup of tea, I was having about 6 biscuits.
What sugar? Would you have sugar in your tea before?
And sugar. And 2 teaspoons of sugar per. Yeah, so that was obviously extremely unhealthy.
Yeah, because it was Adele, I think, years ago. She stopped drinking tea around the time she lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Is that how she did it?
It was tea. She stopped drinking sugar.
With sugar?
Something as simple as that can have a massive impact.
Well, that's why Coke's a killer.
Yeah. People think...
Have you seen the amount of sugars in Coke?
It's broken.
It's crazy. I love Coke, like, but I mean... Not the snorting kind, just the... I do jest.
He does.
Coke is
I joke, I love it.
Coke is one of the things that I don't know, I don't understand how people can drink it, because
I don't like it.
once you're aware of what's in it, you're like...
It's like smoking.
Yes.
It blows my mind.
It's not like smoking.
It is. It blows my mind.
It's crazy.
People smoke and you're like, right, there's a dead person on the packet. That's not there because it's cool to look at.
Yeah, but Santa is on the front of Coke.
What?
He's not dead.
He's never existed. Sorry,
What do you mean?
spoiler alert for everyone. I've done that twice in 2 weeks.
That's twice you've done it in 2 weeks now. Poor kids, whoever's listening to this one. That's awful.
No, like...
I understand what you mean, yeah, but it's just it's one of those addictive things, isn't it? Like it's the same thing.
Yeah, well,
It's just
sugar...
Yeah, well, sugar is one of those things.
The large majority of people out there are sugar addicts.
Yeah.
Like without them realising it. Like you think... That's why everyone thinks they're conscious of or in control of their own decisions, but you know, your brain has things that it needs and wants, and sugar is one of them. Like,
thinks it needs anyway.
Thinks it needs. Your brain obviously runs off sugar, glucose.
Yeah.
And you know there's dopamine released, which makes you feel good after a can of Coke. You drink a can of Coke, you feel good because it's
not all
dopamine.
the time.
Yeah, well, I don't particularly. I never drink Coke, but sugar has that same effect on your body without you realizing it or not. Everyone's different. Obviously, some people like savoury food, some people like sweet food. I'm more savoury, but
I'm a savoury man myself.
I think we all are by this time, you know?
Yeah.
That was sort of short conversation before, right?
You know, could take or leave sweet food, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But obviously, like when I first started, it was quite heavily into sugar foods, like biscuits and all that stuff.
For sugar.
Desserts.
The Deanery is where we were.
Yes, so I was getting the school trousers fitted, and you know, my mum handed me a pair of school trousers, fully expecting that I would fit into 40-inch waist school trousers, which I was only 17 at the time, and that's still quite big for a 17-year-old, 40-inch waist. And I tried them on, and literally I couldn't get them up halfway up my leg.
Seriously?
And
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I was like a wee bit embarrassed. And Mum's like,
It's the
"Oh,
worst,
okay, you might have just put on a wee bit of weight over the summer."
Yeah.
And then she went up to, I think she went up to 44, just thinking, there would be a wee bit loose fit. You'll just tie it up with your belt. And so I tried them on. They went up obviously halfway up my leg, but they didn't fit around the waist. Couldn't even button.
Right.
44-inch waist, and then I ended up. She was like, my mum was so shocked, and she was like, "No way, Eddie, I cannot believe that you can't fit into 44-inch waist." And I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe it myself, and I actually had to buy like 48-inch waist, I think it was. 48-inch waist, and to give you some perspective, I'm a 32 at the moment, 32 to 34. Yeah. So you know that's a good over 10 inches heavier on just the
essentially
waist
what
line.
you are now. You've like lost like 50%.
Yeah.
Of what you are now.
Pretty much, and pretty much like half a person I am now. But I'll say like it's been like over 5-year journey.
You're quite a tall person as well, though, you know.
So yeah, well, I'm just.
Would you be 6'2"?
Just under 6'2". So yeah, I mean back then I guess it was just under 6 foot, so it wasn't as tall as I am now. But
sometimes you do lose a bit whenever you do.
Yeah, it'd be even worse obviously if it was a smaller person. You don't really get it get away with it as much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for someone who was 6 foot and over, it was, you know, big.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the sort of pivotal moment where I just sort of went, I
Can't be
need to
having
do
this.
something about
Yeah.
this. Like I was so embarrassed. I knew it was heavy. I knew it didn't look like the way it looked, like the way it felt. You know, at that age, being 17, I knew it wasn't attractive to other girls. I didn't socialise with other girls. I was, you know, quite socially awkward. I went through like a phase of my life where I love like video games, and I know you do too, and you yourself, Andre. Like, but it became like an addiction. I was playing, you know, the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I think it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 at the time.
Yeah.
And I racked up like 24 days that summer. Just that summer, 24 days played online.
3 months.
3 months.
Not even 3 months. 9 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
24 days played, so it, like
That's
if that
nuts.
became
That's
an
like
hours
you
a
waking
day.
up, playing it, and then going to bed, and then
That's what
doing
I
the
did.
same thing.
That's
like,
what I
every
did.
Oh
day.
my word.
That's what I did. Honestly, like for 3 months.
Plus,
Where
I would assume you'd be eating during
That's
playing
it.
as well.
Yeah, and like literally no activity. Like
Yeah.
obviously knowing all the knowledge you know now, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
metabolic rates, you know, everything, metabolism,
yeah,
and then that amount of food. Like any wonder I put on that much weight.
yeah.
And you know that led to a lot of social anxiety, psychological problems, body issues, you know, self-image,
A lot of
I think
insecurities.
insecurity,
Yeah.
big time insecure. Like I didn't actually, looking back, I didn't leave my house. Like I didn't step over the door apart from like walking to the bus and back to go to school
Yeah.
for a year. A year I didn't leave the house to socialise. I was so anxious. Any social
What about your
situation.
friends? Do you have friends then, or what was
It was all Xbox Live though.
And it was
You
just
know.
chatting
Yeah,
on
it
a
was just,
headset all
you know,
the
you
time.
think you're being social, but I didn't actually see people in real life. Like,
Yeah.
It's very, very different, like, isn't it?
yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I think.
Social interaction really does have that real mental. How many times I mean, if obviously if you go through the backlog and you listen to any ones, I know you've listened to the ones on mental health and
Yeah.
and stuff, but there's other ones we've listened, we've spoken about, you know, where we've spoken specifically. There is one about mental health. But there's other ones where what was the one where basically it was almost identical. Oh my word, stress. Even the likes of stress, we have an episode on stress, and we've got a few other episodes
Yeah.
where a lot of the sort of tips on how to like beat that and beat stress, beat anxiety, beat maybe not beat, but certainly ease the likes of mental health and all that sort of stuff, issues that is to talk and to go out and to meet up with people and to just do what we're doing now
Couldn't
and
agree
just
more.
talk and just be
Couldn't
with
agree
people
more.
that are real and that you're really interacting, because
Because
realistically
it releases stuff mentally as well,
Yeah.
though. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah,
You can talk to
yeah.
people on the phone all the
Yeah.
time, but it's not the same
And-
as actually interacting with a person.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know.
exactly, and like talking to somebody on the phone, they could be sitting going, oh,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
head back, sort
Exactly.
of, yeah, yeah, shut up,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. yeah.
Whereas if you're sitting like we are now, you can't get away with that.
No.
I couldn't
like-
agree
Well, you
more.
Body
could.
language-
Must
well,
be very, very rude. No,
get out of my
like,
house. No, I-
end this
but like-
now. My God. What's a pen? No, I know what you mean. It's
but you know,
completely
like-
different.
you do, it really is. It's. I always use the word funny, but it's not the right word. It's interesting how.
Because we're social animals. Like,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
we created it without us realizing it now. We create that social interaction.
Yeah.
Like even like facial expressions, tone of voice, hand gestures.
Well, sure, that's what they're doing with iPhones and all now, sure. That's what
Yeah.
the whole...
That's the technology in that. That's the way it's
Yeah.
going.
Mhm.
Which is, I think it's quite sad to be honest. Like,
It's very sad.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're all...
We've spoken
We're
about
all-
it many times.
Yeah, we're all machines under it, though, that's the thing. Like, I mean, what are you going to use
Yeah.
to create your business and to make it use
yeah,
social media?
that's it.
So
That's it.
it's a bad way of doing things,
And
but it's
we've
the
got
only way of doing
careers
things now.
around it. Like people have jobs. Specifically, their job would be,
Oh, there's like a Twitter poster.
yeah. Let's say in 6 months' time, you have 2 million followers on Facebook, 2 million followers on Twitter and Instagram and all the rest, and you're flat out clients. You've got one-to-ones, you know, as much time as you can possibly give to that. You've got your online coaching, you're going on a book tour. You know, you've got all this stuff. Let's say all this is, you know, in whatever 6 months' time, right? You're not gonna have time to do any of that stuff, so you're gonna have to probably
Yeah.
hire somebody.
Yeah.
But then what happens whenever social media, for example, like MySpace, where it disappears?
That's
Say
it.
you've hired
Yeah.
like an Instagram like somebody who's like 23, 24
yeah,
years
like
old,
a marketing
who just,
manager
who
project
only
manager.
knows social
Yeah.
media, then say that disappears. They have
They're-
no job, they
yeah.
have no skills to
Yeah.
transfer over
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
else. Their life is built around this platform that at any stage could just go
Yeah.
gone. Just like MySpace,
That's-
Bebo, all of
yeah.
it just disappeared.
That's a really good point. That's why, like, for me personally, like as a business owner, like social media is brilliant because I use it just to showcase like
Mhm.
my own personality, and I love showcasing my clients and their progress and their journey. And obviously, it's great for business and growing your business, getting more
Yeah.
interaction, more engagement, potential clients, new customers, all that stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, like, literally, like, there's probably gonna be a new thing, I guess.
More than likely,
More
yeah.
than likely, but just from my own knowledge, like Facebook is never. It's always gonna be around. It's never gonna disappear because
Not now, I don't think.
it's
No.
they've got this algorithm which is phenomenal. It's all based around like advertising. So
Mhm.
basically, all Facebook wants you to do is spend more time on Facebook,
Mhm.
and so they can advertise you,
Yeah.
and then I'll say that's how they make money because they're advertising you.
Mhm.
But this is like it's the algorithm. It's actually when you look into it, it's actually just so corrupt.
No, it's a
So-
vicious circle.
Yeah,
though.
it's-
That's the big problem.
You'll never get out of it. You'll
Yeah.
never get out of it
Crazy.
because Facebook wants you to put your life on Facebook
Yeah, I
because
don't do that.
yeah, but they want to put your
Yeah.
They want you to add your friends, your family, your connections, your work, your colleagues, and they want you to post because that's what keeps you on Facebook.
Mhm.
You know, that constant urge to
See what people are doing.
see what people are doing, check on
You
people.
can't delete Facebook either.
Yeah.
You deactivate
Yes. Yes.
so you can
That's another.
reactivate. You never get rid of
Yes.
it. It's never gone,
Yes.
which is crazy. But
Yeah.
like, obviously, on the flip side,
you
obviously,
could use to delete. You used to be able to delete Facebook.
I'm pretty sure it's always been
No,
deactivated.
you can use to
Used
do-
to be.
used
Well,
to.
certainly, as far as I'm
But
aware
I did the one
now.
profile before.
There you go.
Mhm.
Well, as far as I'm aware now, and again, I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I have friends that say I haven't been able to delete it. I've just been able to
Oh, nowadays no, you could. It's only
just
deactivate.
deactivate. Well,
Yeah, but
like,
see, prior to it, but whenever it was just like first thing, I'm pretty sure I deleted my account because it was like I think I put something in wrong. I was
Spelled
like, I don't
Phil
even
wrong.
like it.
Yeah.
Spell Phil wrong, man.
one L,
Two L's,
one L.
man, two L's.
But Smith with a Y.
So in that case, like Facebook, if you were a business owner, and I would,
Yeah,
literally, I would try and that's what I'm doing. Like my home hub is Facebook.
yeah.
I like the Instagram side of things because I'm quite creative.
Mhm.
I was really good at art growing up and quite design orientated, and like that sort of element to Instagram where it's quite visual. I design all my own Instagram,
Yeah.
add the filter, do all the Photoshop stuff, which I like doing anyway.
Yeah.
It's quite enjoyable for me.
Photoshop's brilliant. I love it.
But Instagram or Facebook, sorry, is my home hub, so that's where I want to actually grow a following on.
Yeah.
But I just find it's better quality
It's less
interactions with people.
restrictive.
Yeah.
It's less
Like,
restricted.
You
I
can
think
do a story. You can do
Yeah.
a long big post. You can post your photos.
yes,
You can you can do all that sort of stuff. Like there's no like for example Instagram, as you know yourself, it's a
Can't
picture
do
and a
that.
story.
Yep.
Twitter, I know you don't have it, but if you did, it's how many characters?
I
250.
think they increased it. Didn't
150
Yeah.
it is.
I think
now.
it's
Is it?
it's double whatever it was. I can't remember, but it's basically double. But it's still not
Yeah.
what you next. If
But-
you're to post a
but-
testimonial, you just go there. it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, whereas
Yeah,
see
yeah.
is now on Twitter, you can add it in though as a story.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. But it's like you literally it's like your own Twitter conversation.
So
So
you
you
speak to
like
yourself.
write your own one, then there's another one, another one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if they want to reply to that, there's 5. Say if you were like 5 tweets, they have to reply to each one of that saying the same thing. So it's not really the same.
No,
Facebook is
yeah.
definitely up there for if you want to
Yeah.
expand any sort
For
of.
me, like
Yeah.
see my content, my posts. Like
Yeah.
I like going in depth with things because like for me, Instagram is like it's far too flash in the pan.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's it's all visual.
Yeah.
Instagram, like literally all you do is scroll
Yeah,
through
double
your
tap
newsfeed.
move, double tap
There's no
move.
value.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll see something. Just to say I posted something, this morning. You
Mhm.
forgot about it because there's so much content on there.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like it's like ADHD, honestly. Like I just literally I try and stay on top of it as best I can, but it's like I don't get too bogged down in the Instagram side of things. I'll do
Yeah.
it when I'm feeling creative and I'll actually have a bit of downtime. I'll do it. But Facebook's got more depth to it. The conversations, the posts, the quality, the content.
Yeah.
I'm actually able to give a lot more value on
Mhm.
Facebook. In terms of like social media, just say it all did go,
Say it
disappeared.
tomorrow.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
got turned off, whatever. Then
Mad.
things like email, like
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into the email marketing, which I'll start be getting into in January, which is like, it sort of safeguards you in a way, and I think it's, it's just literally sending someone an email, and
Yeah.
it's, someone subscribes to your email list, and
It's like a mailing list.
exactly. So it's a mailing list,
Okay.
and they get send content just as like
Yeah.
Facebook would.
Yeah.
So if Facebook ever disappears, doesn't matter. I still got hundreds of contacts
Yeah.
that are seeing my content and seeing what I'm promoting and my journey and my clients' progress. But I don't know. I just feel that social media, in sort of today's environment, people get far too caught up in it.
It can also be really poisonous, I find. Like, certainly from my own sort of experience, as I've told you well know, and I've told you before, really, that whenever I've sort of trained, and there's points where I've got myself in really good shape, and I just went, no,
Yeah.
I'm sort of done, because it's not been sustainable. Because what I've looked at, for example, on
You did
Instagram,
message me. You messaged me
a long time
a
ago,
long time ago. I remember
because
you
I'd
did
seen,
mention that.
I'd been in really good
Yes.
shape. I was in very good shape.
Yeah.
I was, but the thing was, I was in good shape, but I wasn't feeling good,
Yeah.
because I was eating
There you
weird.
go,
I
yeah.
wasn't eating
Yeah.
enough and all that sort of stuff. But this was 2016. Started in May, got to August. I went on holiday, came back, and was like, I don't want to do that again, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And all went. But that took me, say 3 months. And I started, pretty much from the end grind. But what I looked at was, like, for example, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was, I actually still follow it now on Instagram, because I look at it now and go,
Yeah.
what did I
was
ever think of
doing?
that?
Yeah.
It was something, I can't remember the thing's called, I really don't, but like the pictures sometimes you scroll past is somebody who's like,
Is it V-Shred? Is it?
no, but I
No.
know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Don't
I
even start me on that. But no, there's
That's my head.
it was something similar though. It was like somebody, just inverted triangle, big arms, really
ripped torso.
just ripped, just like thin,
Yeah.
but like muscular. I remember looking at it going, that's it, that's what I'm gonna do. Never quite got there, but as I say, I was in shape. But the way I looked at doing it was completely wrong,
Yeah.
and it wasn't sustainable. And it was because of social media. I was like, and this is a quote, I may have told you this before, but the quote I seen at the time was, if you're not hungry, it's not working. I'm not joking,
Perfect quote.
right?
Brilliant quote.
Right? If you're hungry, it's not working, right?
Love it.
But what they'd actually
Gonna
changed
steal
that
one.
to, they changed it to, if you're not hungry, it's not working. So if you're not wanting something to eat, you're not losing weight, right?
Wow.
So that's what I picked up,
Wow.
right? And I was
It's
like,
a very wrong way of saying
Yeah,
it.
it
Isn't
was
it?
horrible,
Yeah.
but like at
Don't
the
eat,
time,
okay?
at the time, I was like, and you will know better than anyone. Whenever I read that, I was like, that makes total sense. That makes total sense. I need to eat less, and I need to
Yeah.
go to the gym. I was going to the gym 6 days a week, completely unhealthy, completely wrecking myself. And I mean, I was doing like heavy weights 6 days a week, 25 minutes of cardio 6 days a week at the start of a session,
Wow.
and then lifting.
Yeah.
Not like a warm up. I mean, it was like 25 minutes running at like 14 on the treadmill. I was running kilometers at the start, and then and it wasn't sustainable. But that all came because
Sure,
of
you'd have
social media.
nothing left by the time you were going into the weights anyway. Like that's
You know,
just
no, but that's the thing. My diet. You'll kill me for this. My diet was I would have one sachet of porridge in the morning.
One sachet? Just
Yeah.
one?
Literally one, right? Nothing in it. It would just be obviously milk. I would need the stuff. But
it's very dry.
So I don't know why I do this. No, what
I
do you
just
call
snort it instead.
That's brilliant.
I would have that with milk. I would have a cup of green tea. Wouldn't eat again to lunch. When I would have chicken and a salad. But whenever I say chicken, it was like
The driest
one chicken
ever.
breast that was grilled.
Yeah.
Nothing on it. Literally, I'm talking like lettuce, a wee bit of shredded carrot, and that was it. And then I would go to the gym for we get there about, because I work in.
And where does your energy come from? That food's not enough.
No, but I would have 3 protein shakes a day. one at 11. So I would eat the breakfast protein shake. That I mean, like, see the salad. It wasn't big. It was
tiny.
like a Chinese container.
Yeah.
That then I would have another one. I'll go to the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'll go home. I would eat more chicken with veg, and then I would go to bed. And that'd be it.
Wow.
So you're talking 1,500, 1,600 calories a day.
To be honest with you,
It's horrible.
That's quite unhealthy compared
was
to
not-
what you would be doing.
See, looking
really.
back on it and now knowing what we're about, we
Yes.
will get on to
Yeah.
talk to. It makes no sense.
it's
Like-
just that's marketing, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
that's the
I believe
majority.
it.
Yeah, that's the market. That's they've done their job then. Like
Yeah, I believe
whoever created that marketing campaign
Yeah.
has done their job because they've targeted
Whether it's a
you.
good or a
It worked.
bad job, it's
Yeah.
still yeah.
And as you say, there, it's not healthy at all. Like, it was.
Yeah, but that's
You
You need
like,
to have a steady sort of eating habit to.
It was instant, and it was one of those I just went right Monday,
yeah,
done. That was it. I had one last Chinese, and then the rest of it was just, you're eating nothing
Mhm.
basically for 6 days a week, and then you'd have a Chinese a week. And see, after I had that Chinese, did I feel ill
yeah,
because
You
my
would,
body
'cause you
was
wasn't-
used
you're
to
not used to it.
nothing in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it all came from social media, and then that was how I jumped into it, and it was all wrong. And as you say, I messaged you and I'd mentioned that I got into good shape and I was fit and I could run and all the rest,
yeah.
but I felt terrible
Terrible.
all
There
the
you go,
time.
and you just said it yourself. Like
all the time.
that's, I just hear so many stories, not even just from clients who first come to me. That's
Yeah.
that's generally speaking the background people come from, where they did this diet and they did this program, and they've restricted food and they've had the chicken salad protein shake diet, and they've done the 6 days a week training, and like, where are you now? And they're like, well,
Back to
did it
school.
work? Yes, but where are you now? And they're like, well, I'm here speaking to you. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. If
Yeah.
something's not going to benefit you, for life, I'm just like, don't do it then. Like my approach to clients and to anyone listening to this is like, do it for the long term, because you're gonna get the lifetime worth of benefits from it.
Mhm.
You can manipulate, you can trick, you can do these crazy diets, you can do these crazy training programs, and yes, they'll get results, but they're short term.
No, what cost?
For I always say, like, an Instagram beach photo, that's all it's for. At
Mhm.
what cost? And it's always your health that it jeopardizes.
Mhm.
It's your
Yep.
energy levels, it's your relationships, it's your mental health.
It's a big factor in mental health. Yeah.
Yeah, well, mental health's, I always say, I see very much these days, I train for the mental benefits.
Yeah.
Not I obviously train for the physical benefits as well, but for me, I love the headspace, I love the mindfulness, I love the feeling of relaxation. I go into the gym and there's so much on my mind, and then after I finish that workout, I walk out going, wow, I've got so much clarity, mental
Yeah.
clarity, and I feel good.
Mhm.
I feel good about myself and
It's
the
true,
direction I'm in, and that's just from exercise, and that's all forms of exercise. You don't necessarily have to lift weights.
Go down and do
Yeah.
squats and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to do the crazy workouts. Like, I did it on myself. Like, over the last 5 years, I've done pretty much every exercise program you can ever think of. I've did it. I've experienced it. I've learned from it. The exercise program that works best for you is one that's suited for your lifestyle and your goals and your body.
Yeah.
And through, obviously, the Be Strong Not Skinny online coaching program, which is the online training service, which I'm obviously going to be launching in January. That's the workouts and the exercises have been specifically chosen from my own experience, and honestly, just trying to get the most out of your body, your mind, and your life.
Yeah.
Because what I've found over the years is just so many people compromise their life for literally looking good on the beach. Like
Yeah.
Andrew said there, you look good.
And that Croatia pictures, it do look pretty
Yeah,
good.
you look, yeah.
but as you say,
And
I
that's-
come back
that's-
and it just went
yeah.
out the window. I didn't want to do it anymore.
That's it. So you look good for a whole day,
Mm.
but
That's all
you
it was.
certainly didn't feel good.
No, I felt
I could
terrible.
probably guarantee that you didn't move good either.
So remember I told you I hurt my back? That's
Thank
what
you.
it was.
There you go. So you
Yeah.
had poor mobility, probably poor posture, probably
I
underactive
couldn't touch my
muscles.
toes, I
Yep.
was in good shape, I couldn't touch my toes.
All three need to come in harmony, and that's
Yeah.
sort of I've learned it the hard way. Trust me, because I've had back issues, I've had shoulder issues, I've had neck issues, I've had hip issues, all from prioritizing like how strong I was over how mobile I was, or
Yeah.
how fit I was, or over how strong I was.
Yeah.
All three is like almost like a triangle.
Yeah.
All three need to come in harmony. You have to work on all three. There's obviously going to be some things that you might not necessarily enjoy. Like not many people enjoy mobility.
It's my favourite bit now.
I love. Oh,
I love it
tell
so
me, I
much.
love. I
Yeah.
spend hours on mobility. Honestly, it's.
Great.
I'm really enjoying like moving better because
Mhm.
you if you can move better and you're more flexible and you're more mobile, then you generally feel better.
Yeah.
It's like getting up and down the sofa. If you're like, lower back sore, or my knees sore, my hips
Mhm.
sore. That's going to bring you down because then you're like, I don't even want to exercise because it's going to make me feel worse, and then it's like a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
So you very much need to. It needs to be about you doing it to benefit you in your life.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, that's what we all want. We want to live a better life, better lifestyle, a fitter one, a healthier one, a more active one, obviously a happier one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Underlining that, obviously, you've got health concerns. You don't want to get type 2 diabetes. You want to live as long as possible, but you want to have the quality there as well to back that up. Obviously, we all want to look good, but I always say like looking good is subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's subjective.
Does
It's like
so true.
like you were saying there, the guy with the triangle.
Yeah.
Like who's to say that looks good?
No, exactly.
Like who?
And who does it really
yeah,
matter to anyway?
Who's it matter to?
Yeah.
I've been in 6-pack shape. I've go on my Instagram or Facebook and photos. Like people look and go, wow, look at the shape you're in.
Yeah.
You said that yourself, and I was like, look, when you said that, I was like, I didn't even realize it looked good because I felt so crap.
Yeah,
I felt
definitely.
like death.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's alarming when people relate looking good with a certain figure. Like
Yeah.
for women, I work with a lot of women, so it's for them it's a small waist, and these days it's this round bum, and
Yeah.
yourself, like you go on Instagram and it does my head in, but it's just
Gotta put the
every
Kardashians for that one though. You have to.
yeah.
You just have to. I don't care what anyone says. Since they came on the scene, everyone's
So
like,
true.
I want to look like her.
Remember
Why?
Remember the cup thing
Oh,
for the lips?
the Jenner with the lip thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
People got their
People
lips
started
everywhere.
doing that,
Yeah.
but the thing is though, like ever since that whole thing, women with lip fillers, I am pretty sure that's gone up by like 100 billion%.
Yeah,
looks terrible.
definitely.
Women are getting
yeah.
fish lips.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Again, that all comes from
Yeah,
what
but
we've
that,
been talking about.
that like that figure, it's like
It's
They
not
want,
realistic. Like,
yeah,
they
it's
want
like
like that
this.
hourglass, like
yeah.
that
but
comes out. And,
I always say
yeah.
like you want to move, feel, and look your best.
Yeah.
Like yourself, Andrew, you want to look your best.
Yeah.
You're not comparing yourself to
We're
anyone
not
else
going for your
apart from
best. We're
you.
going, yeah, exactly.
Like your journey is yours. Like in 12 weeks, 16 weeks, 20 weeks, doesn't matter the time frame. All you need to say to yourself is, I'm getting better.
yeah.
I'm self-improving. I'm
Well,
feeling
people
better.
work in different ways anyway. Like I mean, it's the same as life. I mean,
Yes.
just because someone's ahead of you doesn't necessarily mean they're ahead of you.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I mean?
it develops, I know from experience as well, like it develops a very bad relationship with your own self and your own
Yeah.
self-image because you're constantly looking in the mirror going, I don't look good enough because I don't look this way.
Yeah.
Or, I'm not, good enough because I don't have, a 16-inch bicep or 20-inch bicep,
Yeah.
No one's
whatever it is.
Hulk Hogan.
Well, apart from all going.
But that's
Yeah,
why
he's not Hulk Hogan anymore. Though.
things like that, that's what my ethos is, my message is, be strong, not skinny. The skinny mindset is trying to look a certain way, is trying to be skinny and go on this chicken salad rice diet, eating very little calories.
Fish and a
Training.
rice kick fella.
Fish in the rice.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Have a
Fish and a
breakfast,
rice
fish
cake.
and a rice
I
cake.
had a rice cake today. Tomorrow I'm having
Like-
fish
And a rice
and a
cake.
rice cake. And I'm gonna play it like. But I mean, people want to look at that. If they want to look a certain way, then by all means they can go on ahead and
course,
try that.
yeah.
But if it works for them, it works for them. But if it doesn't, I mean, it's not the be all and end all of things. Like if you want
Exactly.
to look a certain way, you look a certain way, and everyone wants to tell you otherwise.
Yeah,
And going-
of course. Like,
Do you know what I mean?
I think like if you want to look a certain way, and then you have to sort of question like why. Like
Mhm.
when a client comes to see me in a consultation, they're like, they might say I want to lose 2 stone. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And they'll go, it's that sort of like, whoa, someone asked you that, like, why?
Yeah.
And you sort of panic, you're like, whoa. But you keep digging, and ultimately it's honestly, like, I've worked with so many people, like, most people literally just want to feel confident within their own skin and be happy within themselves. Like, you could take two people and, one of them could lose inches off their stomach and, down 3 dress sizes, and the other one could not lose anything. But if you change their perception of themselves, as in the first one felt the exact same way as the second one did, losing inches, but all she did was just feel better about herself, she would automatically look better. Instead of looking like walking past the mirror in the morning going, I look fat, I'm not good enough, look at my hips, look at the size of my waist. Just by changing your mental mindset of how you view yourself, she would just go, I feel good today. And that's, do you know what I mean? It's that subtle, and that's what the be strong is.
Yeah, it's not just physically.
It's not just physically, it's very much mentally. And obviously your girl Natalie was on, that was a brilliant podcast, like episode 18, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I really agreed with everything she was saying, because, I think at some stage everyone suffers from mental health, and it's so important, especially when you're exercising and you're trying to live this healthy lifestyle. Especially self-image and your why, I would say. Like, what is your why? Why are you doing certain things? And that's what like I've tried to, get into the Be Strong Not Skinny coaching, is that ethos of everything needs to come in harmony, like physical health, mental health, what you're doing inside the gym, what you do outside the gym, how you move, how you feel, how you look. It's much more of a, if you're going to use the term transformation, but it is a life-changing program. And Andrew, you can back me up with this if you want to. Obviously, your story has been incredible. It's been humbled. It's humbled me, because never did I ever think I'd have the impact through online training. I didn't. You just don't think like that will have an impact on your life, and obviously, unfortunately, I had to go through them events. But like
the start.
Brilliant.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's you're doing absolutely brilliant, and that's what I want to show people, that if you can't make it to me, I know also I work in Belfast, DW Fitness First Boucher Road, which is out of the way for some people. I don't deny that it is, especially people coming from Carrickfergus. If you struggle with the time commitment with travelling and all that traffic and stuff, then there is an alternative, which is online training. And the way I set it up is it's me written through the program, and you can say this yourself. I've wrote it in terms of it's my voice. It's, if you read it, it's me. It's conversational. It's easy. I spoon feed you. I show you. Even if you don't have a background of, you don't even know what a calorie is. It goes into that. How it's set up. There's a science. There's a behind. There's a why. There's a how.
How to figure everything out.
Because I can probably ask Andrew the question of, throughout that 12-week program you did, what did you learn?
Well, at the start, and I've definitely told you this before, but I suppose for the benefit of literally everyone else in the world that listens, at the start, well, first of all, I should go way back. I was thinking of doing this a long time ago. As Eddie said, I messaged him. It could have been May time. You're talking 7 months ago. And I sort of was thinking, look, how much is this? Is this worth a go? All the rest. At the time, I was going out running, but doing absolutely nothing else. And I was maybe going out running patchwork, maybe 2-3 times one week. Next week once. Next week not at all. It wasn't enough. Wasn't sustainable. Wasn't really doing me any good. I went on holiday, came back. And when I was on holiday, I was very much, I don't feel comfortable in these clothes. I'm not happy the way I look. I'm in LA, everyone's gorgeous. At a pool in Vegas, all that sort of stuff. Went on holiday with Phil and the guys. Didn't feel myself.
And the girls.
And the girls. But again, I didn't really feel myself.
That's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah,
it's
and
not feeling yourself.
Yeah, and then it was funny because then I came back and you posted that up in end of September, I think.
Yep.
And I just literally thought, and I've definitely said this to you before, I just thought, what can I lose here? This is free.
Yeah.
If I get this, I'll give it a go and we'll see what happens. So anyway, got it. Everything's set up. With in terms of you get a pack through, which is getting started. Read through it, tells you literally everything. You know, good document, everything in it. You know, hi, this is blah blah blah, Adrian Dallas, all the rest. You go through it. Shows you how to calculate your basal metabolic rate. How to calculate your calorie intake. It gives you a breakdown of what what they expect in the first 4 weeks. So at the end of the first 4 weeks, I knew what to sort of expect and all the rest. And then you get sent through your first set of exercises, which are, you know, do one, break, do one, break, do one, break. It's just build the foundations, as Eddie said to me before many times. Is building the foundations before you can build the rest of it. If you don't build the foundations, then what's the point? So, whereas where I jumped in before and what was beating me before was I was starting where I'm like now, you know, and it was putting me off. Cause like, why can't I do this? Because I haven't done all the other stuff. So, so you started easy. And when I say easy, it's not easy because I was in good shape.
No,
so you go through all that and week. I tell you that actually, it was the second week in September that was posted up, and then got it, started it third week in September, and then the end of that week, my granddad died, and even just from the program, having a sort of, this is what you do 3 days a week, and having a bit more determination about it, and knowing I was able to do it, as I've said to you before, it certainly helped mentally in the way that if I didn't have a program and there wasn't anything there to sort of help pull me up, I might have just been like, I'm not going to go to the gym for 3 weeks. And then everything's gone.
But you've every right to do that as well. You have to look after yourself at some point, you know.
Definitely, but
it's a good thing you didn't, obviously. Like
definitely,
I think it's because, you know, the flexibility of the program, like, you know yourself, it's 2-3 workouts a week. Like that's something you can commit to, and I tried to make it as time effective as possible as well. Like every exercise has a purpose, and the purpose is to get the maximum out of the minimum. You know, excuse my English, but there's no fanning about. You know, it's get in the gym, 45 minutes. You're a busy man. You're working 9 to 5. You got a job. You got a family. You got kids. 45 minutes, effective work. And think that obviously has been brilliant because it was something you could actually stick to. Even go, obviously you're going through a horrible time in your life, it's very upsetting, and having that community there, like you know, be strong, not skinny. It's like
I was able to even ask. You know, you mentioned earlier, I don't know if it was on record or not, but we were talking about how I couldn't hit my calorie intake at all. I think it was off mic actually, but I wasn't able to hit my calorie intake. I wasn't eating enough, and whenever I did start eating enough, I was sort of like, oh my word, I'm like so full all the time. But then like now, because the science, as you'll read if you go for the program, works in that my metabolism is now above what I'm eating. So I'm like sitting sometimes eating maybe 500, 600 more calories than I was in week 1 now, but I'm still sort of hungry. Whereas like 12 weeks ago, I wasn't able to do that. And like, I don't know, it's crazy. And like, I mean, I certainly feel better. As I say, I enjoy the mobility. I'm able to touch my toes for the first time in
jeans as well. You mentioned to me.
Yeah, these jeans.
Yeah,
like they fit.
Is that the jeans?
Yeah, they fit comfortably. Like there's a gap. And I need a new rung on my belt. On every belt.
Brilliant. Love it.
Yeah, and like I mean, I won't spoil any of the results, but you'll see them.
I'm like so excited for it's like we've got like what, a week, just over a week to go, and that's been crazy. Like the last 12 weeks have been phenomenal. I couldn't like want more from like an online program because I was obviously apprehensive as well. This was just an idea, like a thought, and obviously I spent a lot of time writing all my thoughts down on paper, and it came out to like a 20, 30
Yeah.
page document.
Yeah.
But then obviously I had to sit through it all. I really wanted to, you know, break it down for that person who's obviously sitting at home, maybe, you know, doesn't have the time to maybe make it to me one-to-one, but they still want the same benefits that a one-to-one client has, or anyone who I work with has, who they want to move good, better, they want to feel better, they want to look better, they want to not restrict the food, they still want to enjoy their alcohol the weekend, their beer, their wine, their whatever, chocolate, Chinese, ice cream.
That's the best bit for me, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
As I say, the diet was, I'm actually just realising myself, maybe everybody else noticed, but that was the one thing I spoke about. I didn't really speak about my exercises.
Yeah.
I spoke about food.
Yes.
So like this time, I'm able to pick things that, like, for example, then I would have been like, oh no.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh no! Oh no!
You know what I mean? So, but like now, it's like I can
have a mince pie or two.
Well, that wasn't me.
That's actually me.
He's been a naughty man today.
But 2 mince pies.
It was.
Well, they're only wee ones.
But even so, that was like, it was a perfect example. I was like, I said to Phil, just before you come in, I was like, I'm going to offer him, but he probably won't take it.
Of course I will.
And I just go,
I love mince pies.
I was like, do you want a
No
mince
food
pie?
restrictions?
He was like, yeah, no food restrictions. I was just like, oh, fair enough. But
so that's it. Like
2 multi-packs of Doritos.
But I very much, that's the people. That's what I very much live and breathe what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's.
Because you're doing the 12-week program too.
Yeah, but I've been doing it for years. That's the difference. I've just been doing it for longer than you. You know, if you continue this up for 3 or 4 years, I guarantee you're going to be in the same position I am.
Yeah, like, it's funny because you do say about it being strong, not skinny for life. Once this is done, I'm not done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, I still want to keep up and do the same stuff because, as I say, I feel better. I certainly, people have told me I look better. As I mentioned, you know, the guy in the gym the other day hadn't seen me since week 4.
Definitely.
That was week 10, I think.
You can tell when I always tell you. I always say you can tell a mile off when someone's healthy.
Yeah, so
the glow.
It was good. Like, and I feel better, and like as I said, like, I didn't feel myself in September, but I do now.
Good.
I feel better,
Brilliant.
you know, than I probably was expecting. Because as I said, like at the start, I just thought, yeah, what can I lose?
Yeah, that's it.
You know, and as I said, yeah, I think I'm
that's the attitude.
Little did I know what I could gain, you know, from it. So
that's the attitude you have to take, and like, you know, that's why I put, like, you know, try and post as many client progress updates as I can, because I understand that someone completely out of the blue, like Phil, for example, like if you didn't have a clue what we were talking about right now, like
yeah, well, no, that's what I was like, because you asked me the other day. It was like, I'm gonna bring Adrian. I was like, yeah, what do you fancy? I was like, yeah, it's fine. So like, I'd never met the fellow before, but I mean, by all means, like, I mean, we're not gonna be.
But it's good to have you here as well,
Yeah.
because I want your input. Like for
Yeah.
you may not have an exercise regime
Yeah.
or background in
Yeah.
exercise or eating healthy or whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
that's who it's targeted at, you
Yeah.
know, as well, because it's very much as I'm like laying foundations, doing everything in the right way. So even if you have never went to the gym before, like you spoon feed you the exercise, like all them exercises you can do, I can probably guarantee it.
yeah, there's like videos and all. That's the
Yeah,
best bit.
there's-
I didn't know how to do some of the stuff. You click a video on.
There's videos and
He's doing a yoga pose, that man.
That's the thing, you do. I didn't know some of those were yoga poses. You know, like the pigeon thing
Cat
and
the camel, yes.
yeah, and like
You say
and
the
the cat
camel?
the cat the camel,
Oh.
and the downward dog.
Yes.
Like all these are like mobility things. And I was
Sexual
like,
positions.
and like when I,
Camels.
Camels.
oh dear. But like you know, all these things are like it's just so mixed in. Like there's a wee bit of yoga, and there is a wee bit of compound lifting, and there is a wee bit of free weights, and there is a wee bit of cable work, and yeah, it's just got a wee bit of everything.
Yeah, it's things people can do. That's what I wanted. Like a lot of these programs out there are so complicated, even for myself. It's like this cable, side, lateral, chest fly. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like if you were selling like 56 The 56-year-old never went to the gym before, never set your foot in the gym. Like, you'd be so
You'd
intimidated.
be like, alright, no.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm out. He's turned straight around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the reason why the majority of people don't do it as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? The intimidation of it, because I know that I wouldn't say an awful lot of friends of mine now, like, but I mean, beforehand they'd be sort of gym orientated and stuff, and now they just sort of, they don't bother, but they're in shape and they're all right, like, but it's just, I don't know, people just seem to dwindle off things like that, and I don't understand really why. Like, I'm not a gym person at all, and I have no intention of going to a gym. I don't really see what I can gain from it, really. I'm a confident person, so
yeah, I mean,
it's just one of those things, really.
what I say to clients is, like, in this day and age, unfortunately, 21st century, like, our sedentary lifestyle is, you know,
It's a bare minimum, really, though.
yeah, unfortunately, it's one of them things that everyone can benefit from going to the gym. Unfortunately, like, for me, like, weight training and resistance training, lifting weights, it goes much more than just trying to build muscle. Or
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd 100% like recommend people do it if they want to do things, like 100%. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
yeah, I think like most people can get something out of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, the majority of people out there, let's be honest, you know, I don't know anyone who hasn't attempted to try and lose weight in their
Mhm.
life or actively wants to lose weight. So it's like, if you want to do that in the most effective, manageable way, eat more calories, not less. You know,
Which
not
is
have to
so-
train 5-6 times a week. I try to say to you, you only have to train twice a week. You know, that's just like, what?
That's what the
Only
guy
have
in
to
the
train
gym
twice
said
a
to me.
week.
He
That's
goes,
what
I
the
get
other
to eat more calories, not less. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the guy was saying.
Stop
He was
talking.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, so that's what they say, isn't it? It's all diet. It's the more of it's just diet. That's what they say.
I've always, there's one I used to hear as well, was you can't out train a bad diet. That's one that I've heard,
Mhm.
which is probably quite true.
Yeah, I mean, it's true to an extent, I guess. I mean, depends. There's all loads of different factors, like how many times you're training, and what sort of food you're eating, and your digestive system, and all that stuff. But yeah, it'll always catch up in you in the end. Like, there's no escaping it. Like, you think you're getting away with it. It's like anything in life. You think you're getting away with it, but you're not. Your body will always catch up on you.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, the 12 weeks, like, you know, you can manipulate it to an extent,
Yeah.
but your body will catch up on you no matter what.
It's mindless people that have the mind over matter, though, isn't it? The guys that can control their own body.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. You ever seen the guys online that can just like manipulate their own body whatever way they want to do it?
What do you mean? Like the...
Just mind over matter. Just don't care about it. They just eat whatever they want. Just never gain weight.
See, like,
Mind controlled metabolism.
I think as
Sort
well,
of
like
serious.
that's gonna be genes as well. Like people.
Oh, definitely.
I've
You
got a
could
friend
just-
who just
like
does
Levi
not put on
jeans
weight.
are the bit. I'm just joking.
Like one of my mates, Callum, mentions him here all the time. He's one of those people who just has a body type that he just doesn't
Yeah.
gain weight ever. And
Yeah.
it's just genes, and that's just
Same with Phil as well. To be fair, he
yeah,
doesn't gain any
really
weight.
good shout. Like he
You could eat like 20 Chineses a week and be like,
Mm.
yeah, like he just doesn't gain weight.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But then again, for me, like, now I haven't obviously done this. Not saying I'm Mr. Fitness or Mr. Expert or nothing like.
the
But
ambassador of fitness.
what I'm saying is, I now own it. No, but seriously, like, is that that's gonna be like, you might look skinny on the outside, but internally,
Yes.
it's
I was-
not gonna
I
be
was
good for
literally
you.
gonna
Like,
say that.
it's not gonna be good for you, and
Yeah.
like,
And that's what I'm saying, your body will always catch up on you.
Yeah.
Like, them skinny guys always say as clients, I'm like, don't want to be skinny.
Yeah.
Trust me, because when they get into their 40s and 50s, what's going to happen is it's going to all hit them at once. So they literally have these habits, like bad habits, obviously, eating junk food, bars of chocolate, cans of Coke, Chinese is
Yeah.
getting away. This is great, this is brilliant.
Look
You're not
at
putting on,
me.
yeah,
Oh,
look at
dear.
me, I'm not putting on any weight. You're jealous, all their friends are jealous. How can you eat that and
Yeah.
not put on weight? Bang. Get into the 30s, get into the 40s, get into the 50s, everything slows down. Whoa. Bang.
Hold on,
No,
man,
the
this
weight-
isn't working anymore.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm actually starting to put on weight, but it's not like good weight. It's like literally piles on. And
Yeah.
this is why the middle-aged men have this big, massive gut.
Yeah. Spare tire.
Spare tire.
Spare tire.
That's what they call it. Isn't it?
Michelin man.
The bigger gut.
Yeah.
But to back that up as well, their insides are just as bad
Yeah.
because of the years
Yeah.
of poor health. And that's like a double whammy. That's why like the risk of heart disease and cancers
Goes up.
big time, massively. And then when they start their health and fitness journey, they're literally starting at the bottom of the bottom. it's a whole entire journey to get their inside to start functioning properly. And they obviously change their mental habits in terms of relationship with food, trying to like, you have to cut down the chocolate, but then they have a chocolate addiction, they're craving it, constantly craving it because they've been given it for years. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It's a weird thing as well, because you can almost say, like, it's obviously it's good for yourself that you're doing something for the people as well, but it's more like we live in a society where the government doesn't really care much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they're putting taxes on things and stuff, but that's not enough.
Oh, definitely not. Like,
it's not enough in any way, shape, or form. You have to have some sort of. I know you can't really tell people what exactly to do, but there has to be some sort of implementation where you put it in. You're like, well, you know.
But that's my way around it. To be honest with you, my way around it is getting your body to naturally burn more calories because. I know, like, you know, 21st century lifestyle, like, I love my pizza, I love my food, I'm a big food fan myself, so I love big portions, and if my body's able to deal with that in a better way, and I don't put on any more weight, and I feel just as good, then for me, that's a win-win-win. It's basically not letting society dictate how you should move, feel, look. That's all it's doing. And the fact that, you know, the government is... At the end of the day,
they don't help you at all.
No,
they don't help you.
At the end of the day,
it's not even just them; it's corporations. Like, have you ever?
Well, that's exactly it. But I mean, the governments are the ones that can ban them from it. That's the thing.
For sure, but the thing is that even if that does happen, like, this is something that happened. I don't know if it was just America, but certainly we've been talking about Coke.
You should go work in America.
So
there's over there.
So so Coke, they basically were lobbied, and there was a thing brought in that they had to reduce sugar on the shelves by 30%, right? So what most people assumed is what they would do is take 30% of the sugar out of Coke.
No, they just made the bottle smaller.
Nope.
No?
They just brought out more products that were sugar free.
Serious?
So technically, say before there were 10 products on the shelves, they brought out another 5 that were sugar free. So overall, it's reduced sugar by 50%.
Wow.
But it's not. It's exactly the same amount of sugar in a normal Coke. There are just other choices that don't have sugar in it. And who the hell drinks those?
Yeah.
Really?
Because there's Coke Light.
Coke Zero. There's Coke Light. There's Diet Coke. There's Diet Coke Lemon.
So that's what they've tried to do.
Cherry
now as well.
Coke. You know,
because
all these different flavors.
There was a campaign people were saying we don't actually like, because when they said Coke Zero doesn't taste the same as Coke, which that's fine. Taste buds are taste
same
buds.
Like taste, zero sugar.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's the thing.
What they've went and done is they went, well, we'll try and make it better. We'll have these flavors now. So they've got like peach, mango.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's all they've done.
Yeah. So they haven't done actually. They haven't
exactly
done
the same.
That's a joke, isn't it?
Isn't it so clever though? Like, if you think about it, somebody in a room is getting paid millions and millions of pounds or dollars or whatever to come up with this sort of thing because it works.
Yes.
Because people are addicted to that sort of thing, and it's just like, you know,
people are
bringing
bad.
Corporations are just going to go around. They're going to find a loophole, and loopholes are genius sometimes. But this particular one, whenever I heard it, I was just like,
that's ridiculous.
That's genius, but it's horrendous that this become a law, and they've been like, fair enough.
Yeah.
I see your law. I raise you 6 new Cokes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
that's a government as well. They went with that as well.
But like,
exactly, they do with tax. You're right.
Yeah, well, that's good.
They stick to the rule. We get more money.
Yeah,
well, that's it.
It's like a relationship. Like, at the end of the day, like, we're all just a number. Like, you know.
Yeah,
that's it. It's sadly true in a way. You know. But then companies, like the guy who's sitting there, like, he owns Coke. I don't know who.
Mr. Coke, I think.
Mr. Coke. Is that his name?
No.
Mr. Coke.
It's actually Mr.
Cola.
Mr. Coca-Cola. Like, can you imagine? Like, he's just loving life. If he doesn't.
Oh yeah, he doesn't care.
Does he not feel like any sort of? Does he not?
Remorse or anything?
Remorse, yeah. Does he not feel any remorse for?
You see, what they always think. If you like, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts recently on like existential risk and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of those guys that would sort of say, well, no, it doesn't really matter. It does, because if it happens, we all die.
Yeah.
But what
they're not going to worry about that until the time comes.
But you see,
they've spent all their money.
Governments
they've lived their life.
But it's not even that. Governments are like being lobbied against this. Like, existential risk is now. If we don't do something now, we will all die. The human race will not exist.
Well, it's the same thing as
But
your
they
man
just
David
think
Attenborough the other day as
we're
well.
not
the whole
here
climate
for any
change.
longer than 5 years in government,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter to us. We're
Yeah.
only going to be in government for 5
Yeah.
years. We can't do anything, so then that passes on to the next person, and so on, so on, so on, so on, because there's nobody.
Nothing
It
to
doesn't.
do.
It doesn't help
Yeah.
them,
Aye.
so they don't care.
Yeah.
So like in the same way, the guys at the top of Coke, Mr. Coke, he
Dr.
literally-
Coke.
Dr. Coke.
that's Dr. Pepper. You're all wrong. He'll be sitting there going, I'm not making them buy it.
Yeah.
I'm just giving them the option to. That's not my
Oh.
fault. It's like I'm almost certain that's how, like, for example, somebody in the army that's high up would be the one to go fire. He doesn't push the button,
Yeah.
you know. So is he just going, look, I'm just telling them to do it. I'm not actually, you know, where does the responsibility start and where's it
Yeah.
end? But in terms of your program, responsibility starts and ends with the person.
The client.
Yes.
You're just giving them the tools.
That's it.
So whenever you're saying, you know, here's your week 1, here's phase 1 week 1 up to 4, then it's phase 2 week up to week 8, and then phase 3 up to week 12. You're saying if you do this, if you follow the Be
Just
Strong
just
Not Skinny
following it,
principles,
and it's just
you
following
follow it, watch the videos, learn. It will become a part of your lifestyle without you having to really think, and it just then becomes, as well, I said the word lifestyle already. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a program.
Yeah.
And then you want to live that way,
That's
and you
it.
want to do.
That's
So
it.
that's where it differs in the way that those guys sort of say, no, I'm not telling you can or can't. You're sort
Yeah.
of going, well, you know what? Here it is.
Yeah.
You know, you're in the program. You're paying whatever money the program is. How much is it going to be? Do you know?
It's going to be £80 a month,
Uh-huh.
and options to, you know, if you pay up front, you basically get 12 weeks for the price of 10.
Right.
So it gives you a wee bit of incentive to commit, to commit,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, through obviously like yourself and other group members,
Mhm.
like that's what I'm so excited for, to reveal that, because your progress, I know, it's been incredible. Like some of the people there have done amazingly well
Yeah.
and went through the same sort of journey you have.
Mhm.
So it's you know, option there to pay monthly or upfront, but as you say, like it's a 12-week sort of cycle, I guess, but the benefits are for life. So
Yeah.
it's not like you're after 12 weeks you're left in the dark.
Yeah.
There's a community there.
Mhm.
You know, you're part of the group, you're part of the team. Through the Facebook support group, I'm still checking in on you. You're still allowed to post and comment and post your progress. I encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be something that's going to grow and build, and hopefully, like, my end goal is to build like a community of people who are thinking, moving, feeling, looking strong.
Yeah.
And they're engaged with each other, and they're literally reaping the rewards of exercising in a certain way, a stronger way, eating more calories, not less, smarter.
Yeah.
Balancing their nutrition with their lifestyle and their work and their habits and their exercise, you know. And I think I can't wait for that to develop and grow. We're very, very much at the early stages, but I can hopefully guarantee, like, this time next year we'll have the same conversation. It'd be amazing to look back on this podcast.
Yeah.
And you know what we're talking about, wouldn't that be
episode 106?
Yes.
Alright, no, we don't need to get ahead of ourselves. Like, good grief. Like, we're only just over the year period and I'm still trying to process it. Bloody nightmare.
But that would be amazing. Like, that's what I see it going, and I want it to go, because, as I said at the start, especially in this country, we just need something, don't we? We need something, because the government's certainly not going to do anything about it.
No.
What government exactly?
Right.
Do you know?
While Arlene's still stuffing her face with like 20 pizzas a day.
And the UK in general as well. Like, there's so many people like view exercise and health and diet in a certain light. You know, diet.
The majority's a bad light, though,
Yes.
especially in our country.
That's it. Diet is self-restriction. It's you're not allowed to do chocolates. You can't go out with the lads and drink a few beers. You can't have your wine. Alcohol's the worst thing you can drink in the world. you know, you have to train 6-7 days a week. You have to do this bodybuilding split. You have to do.
Even thinking about it. I swear. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you have to do leg day. You have to do arm day. You have to do shoulder day.
Please no.
Yeah, that's what it used to be. I used to go
Yes.
arms, shoulders, and at the end of every day, it would be,
To be fair,
a blast of like abs or back, or,
Yes.
and like even it's horrible.
You can probably tell in half like some of the episodes that you've been in, you've just been like, hello, what are we talking about again?
You know, I actually would be interested to see if I was to go back, say 20 episodes in this.
I would love to hear that. If
I would like to know if there would be a difference.
They probably would, because I definitely noticed the change.
It's very kind.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's true, because you used to come in, you used to be like,
Exhausted.
sore. What's wrong with you? Oh, I just hurt myself. Okay.
Yeah, I used to be exhausted.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
fuck me.
there's actually an episode, it's Chris's episode, you've listened. No, you haven't, it was
I've
Natalie's.
listened to it.
If you listen to Chris's, there's a point where it's brought up that I would yawn a lot. It would be 7:30.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
But it wasn't even that. It was the majority of the times that you came in, you yawned at the door.
Yeah, I used to be exhausted
Yeah.
all the time.
That's a telltale sign that you're
Yeah.
overtrained.
And
Like,
it was just,
We definitely overworked though, because you like even listening to what you ate and then what you actually
Oh,
did
aye,
physically is
that's-
just stupid.
I don't know how you kept it up for that long.
So,
To be honest with you, like,
But even me, even I know that, and I'm not a
Yeah.
very fit person. Like,
No, it's,
you have to eat something. You have to have energy to do the stuff in the gym. You can't just
It's
go and be like,
horrible.
I'm going to work for 7
Yeah.
days straight and eat nothing.
it was
Yeah.
You do
horrible.
that and see at the end of the
Yeah.
week, you tell me how good you feel.
I didn't. I didn't. Exactly. I didn't feel a thing.
It definitely showed. You know, I mean, you
Oh,
could
it's
definitely
horrible.
tell how bad it was. I mean, you were a mess. No offense, but you were like,
It was horrible. I was just always
I was like,
but
what
then
was wrong with you?
even as well, like, see, whenever I wasn't training, and a lot of when we've been recording, I haven't been training at all, and it would be very much, I still would be exhausted because I listened to, you know, the podcast you mentioned to me the other day.
yes,
What's his name?
Ben Coomber.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I listened to his one on
brilliant.
coffee. It was only a wee short one, but I don't know if you listened to it or not.
Yes,
Really good.
I've lost
But,
a lot of them. I've
It's
listened to.
he mentions about how sometimes you don't need a coffee, you just need a move.
Yes, thank you.
So like a lot of what I think was happening then was I just wasn't. I
Yeah.
was like, I was in work from 9 to 5. I was sitting on the way there driving, sitting on the way home. I was coming back. I was sitting down having dinner. I was coming to your house, and by that stage I was just like, oh.
And then you sat down for another
And
6
then I
hours.
sat down for another 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever we sat there for.
You were in my house
Then I
the
went
majority of the
home.
time longer than you were in your own house.
No, I was. That's not a joke. Like
Serious?
I would, my average day now or then, sorry, I'll do then and now was, I would wake up at 6:30. I would leave the house at 7:30. I would come home from work about 10:06. I would eat. I'd go to Phil's house for 7:30, and I would come home and go to bed at about 12.
But then again, I mean, it's sort of on us as well to sort of maybe cut those hours down for yourself to maybe come back and have a bit of relaxation
But
time. than
but
to-
it was relaxing. It was just I was just
Yeah, I know it is,
never
yeah.
in the house like.
yeah.
And now it would be even if we do record, let's say it was a day we were recording, I would go same time 6:30, be home from work about 6, but I don't come home. I go to the gym, and then I'm at the gym until 7, maybe 7:10, depending how long it takes me to get changed. And if I see someone and have a chat in the gym, I come home, get changed, eat, get a shower. I'm at Phil's house for shortly after 8, and then I'm home for 11.
11:30, yeah.
It's far more sustainable, and I'm
Yeah.
not tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you definitely don't seem tired whenever we're recording.
I'm
which is
sleeping
good.
more. I'm doing the same stuff.
Mm.
I'm going to the gym, eating more.
That's
yeah,
that's
Well,
part of
trying
it.
to.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I at the start, I really struggled, Adrian, I'll tell you. Like, I was very honest in that Facebook group. Like, I wasn't sure how many people were gonna be,
Yeah.
and I just sort of thought, you know what? Again, it just come down to what can I lose here
Yeah,
with these
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
But
So-
I want you to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I always say it's the one-to-one clients.
Honesty
as
is
well.
the best policy. as they say.
Exactly, because I can't help you if you're not honest. If you
Yeah.
come to me and say, if I go, let me see your food diary, have you been completely honest? And they're
Yeah.
like, yes. And well, I'm like, really?
So you didn't eat it all on Wednesday?
Yeah.
I had a bit of dust, alright.
I had porridge. Straight out the packet.
No milk.
Just test it.
No milk, straight up.
Yeah, straight up porridge, oats and everything.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
so-
good that it's helping you though. definitely it's good that it's helped.
Yeah, you have to be honest with you. It's not just me. You have to be honest with you. If you're lying to me, then you're lying to yourself.
You're going nowhere.
If you're not honest with me, you're not honest with yourself, and that's the moral of the story. It's like all these hard questions in life. Mental health. Not many guys are open about their mental health. I'm very open. I'm an open person, open about my mental health and stuff, which is good.
You have to be in this day and age, though. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's probably big if you don't.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I know back in the day, it's one of those things. If a fella cried or whatever, blah blah blah.
Man up.
Yeah,
I hate that phrase. I hate that.
Have we seen the advert on TV recently? Has it got like the post-it notes on their head?
Yes.
And there's like certain.
It's a bank advert.
Is it a bank advert? It's one thing I've actually ever noticed, and that's they're failing.
I think it's
I never even noticed it was a bank advert.
I think it's Lloyd's.
Was it?
Because it says at the end, it's like 1 in 4 of our customers and staff suffer with. It's all the stats we went through before. It's basically that, and like one of the guys has a. I can't remember what he has in his head, but he goes, "Would I be ashamed of having it?" And I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
not one for me." I'm just like, "Why would you?"
I know.
But some people are, and it's horrible.
Yeah. But people are ashamed of everything these days. So people are ashamed of their body image. People are ashamed of their mental health. And they don't want to talk about it because they just think they're going to get slapped in the face.
Yeah, because I think people don't feel the same. Whenever I think everybody, certainly from the support group. Everybody was having, well, not everybody, that's not fair. There were other people in the group that were having the same issues I was having, which was not eating enough. And there was actually a week in this program, actually, I completely forgot about it. I was sick.
Yes, you were ill. You missed a week.
I think I went to the gym once.
Did you
that week I got in at the weekend because I was sick from the remember my stomach?
Yeah.
That week?
Yeah. You still take those tablets as well?
No, I don't need to anymore.
That's good.
So there was a period where it was so frustrating because all I wanted to do was get back and I was like, why is this happening now?
Maybe you couldn't really eat as well. You couldn't
exactly. I very honest. I was like, my diet's out the window. All that. But then somebody else was sick recently.
Yep.
They posted in they weren't well.
Alison was sick. She similar situation to you. Her dad was too well, and but she was run down as well. Yeah. She was, one of them things. You're ill.
Mm-hmm.
I actually advise not to train when you're ill because that just doesn't make sense.
That's right. I asked you what do I do? You're like days off.
Yeah, I just be honest with them. Like I don't care. There's no pressure on me. Like if you get results in 13 weeks instead of 12, big whoop. It's an extra week. Yeah. Who cares? Like your health.
It's not. It's a marathon. It's not a race.
It's exactly right.
So
there's no rush. Like.
Someone's going to lose something more in 6 weeks.
Speed's different. My speed, which is different. The 80 speed, which is different.
Like you said earlier on, you said people can lose weight off their stomach, and some people can lose weight off anything else. Just because you'll get there eventually. It's one of those things.
That's literally one of my coaches as well. Like, always say it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. If you trust the process, just keep ticking the boxes. You do your best. I always say, do your best. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
Do your best.
And our bests are all different.
Yes, and our bests are all different. We've all got levels of fitness. We've all got levels of background and relationship and stress and work and other commitments. Like all you can do is the best with your circumstances.
Yeah.
And that's all I want from each client I work with is just do your best. Because I know obviously, over years I've got the knowledge and experience and I can do my bit and I'll do my best.
Yeah.
And if you do your best, then that's what happens, and then that's that's the relationship I have with everyone I work with.
Yeah.
And that's why it's even better because I have that relationship now with online clients. Like, who would have thought 12 weeks ago that now we'd be meeting up and doing a podcast just from online, online training. It's amazing, and obviously we're doing a wee bit of other stuff as well on the side. That's
whoa.
What's going on? I knew it was coming.
You go to the side stuff, right?
You tell Victoria Rachel.
Just edit that bit out.
That's amazing. Like to me, I love the building relationships and meeting people, and you never know who you're gonna meet and connections. Like it's been absolutely brilliant. Like over the since I've been working in DW, it's the people I've met and the relationships and the connections. Like I don't just learn from you. Don't learn from me. I learn from you as well. Like there's so much to learn from people, isn't there? Like so many, like you just meet someone on the street and you can learn something new from them.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's amazing, like the people you meet and their backgrounds and what they have been through, and that's what I'm saying about mental health as well. It's like if you're more open about how you're feeling and what you've been through, there's going to be someone who's going to be like, "Oh, I felt like that." Like that's why I like that girl Nadia's episode, because that guy was like, "Whoa, I've actually felt like that sometimes," you know.
Yeah.
Especially recently with the anxiety, like I've had this like really bad sinus infection, which is sort of hampered my breathing through my nose.
Yeah.
And like I'm quite a laid back guy, like I'm quite on top of things, and you know I've never had anxiety before in my life to an extent where I'm like, you know, near
Really,
the verge of an anxiety attack. You know, obviously I've had, you know, I've been anxious, I've been stressed. Of course I have, you know, before like job interviews or you know starting personal training and all that stuff. But like I've recently been struggling. Like I've had actually 1 or 2 anxiety attacks, and that was down to, I guess, being like a personal trainer. You're expected to be healthy. You're expected to be fit. You know, people have this misconception that you're always healthy and you're never not sick.
People just say personal trainers are perfect.
Yes, we're not.
Wrong. No one's perfect.
No one's perfect.
I am
much.
so close it's scary though.
You are?
I said I am so close it's scary.
See, I disagree. I think I'm pretty close to perfect.
But that's what I mean.
Perfectly round shape, I say.
Like that, me like going through that, like it sort of just opened my eyes, and like there's this expectation being a personal trainer and being in the fitness industry and like telling other people what to do. Like sometimes, you know, I need someone there who's going to tell me it's going to be okay, and then that's when like I try to be as open as I can. But it was good, sort of like hearing from other like in that podcast. It was good to sort of hearing like other people who've maybe similar age to myself who've, you know, experienced that, and like, even like someone like me probably. That's why social media is so disillusional. Yeah. Because everything's perfect. It's a perfect world. It's your perfect life. See the struggles. Don't show weaknesses. Don't see struggles. I don't show. Oh, I'm sick today, or I'm feeling anxious today, or I've just had an anxiety attack. Because, you know, people.
That's not what people want to read, is it?
Yeah, that's not what people want to read. But I try to be as authentic and real as possible, because you know. Everyone's
people
got
see through you, like, won't they really, at the end of the day?
In the end it comes through.
Of course, and there's so many people, like, I don't want to put a bad name in the industry, but there's so many personal trainers who literally are that typical PT, like, you know, live
the hard ass sort of person.
The hard ass, you know, they're gonna come down and there's no structure, there's no program, there's no support. It's you know, do this, do that, do this. Look at me, I'm brilliant.
Yeah, this is what I do and it'll work.
Exactly.
For you. Yeah.
I very much pride myself on being like a coach, so it's not just the training, it's everything else outside that. Like it's the health, it's the balance in your life, it's the family, it's the stress, it's the nutrition, it's everything. Do you know what I mean? It's trying to improve your life.
Being human, I think.
It's being human, it's definitely being me, myself. I'm just that way inclined, and I always want to pick other people up and see other people doing well. That's
one thing we always said, that we absolutely despise whenever you see people on Facebook.
Why are you doing that?
Or always why do you want to do that for?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
There's a right way of saying why, and there's a wrong way of saying why.
Exactly.
And whenever someone says it wrongly, I'm going to punch them in the face until the fist goes through it. You know,
it's awful. It's like you see somebody that wants to start their own business, right? Just not. I don't mean specifically PT. I mean, like for example, somebody that wants to start selling
candles.
Yeah, where the hell are you seeing those candles?
Penguins.
Penguins, yeah. They want to start selling black market penguins. And everybody looks at them and sort of goes, why are they doing that? Well, just because they're doing something.
Yeah.
What are you...
Yeah.
You know, it winds me up. It always has. We've said many times, maybe
Trust
in
me,
earlier episodes, that it's like, why put someone down for trying something? Why?
It's such a toxic experience.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it puts people off, and some people could be making the most amazing thing. Like, just use as an example, if you don't mind, is that, like, you started this PT journey, what, a year ago, 6 months ago?
Yeah, well, overall, actually coming up to 2 years in May,
2 years.
so just under
but
2
this
years.
Be Strong Not Skinny online coaching, sorry, I mean, you started, what,
It's about 6 months, that was
ago?
brand new from the start.
So
you started from by yourself and no one else, or is it just yourself?
Just me. Just me.
Okay.
This is one of these new things that you're now going, you know what, this is going to work, and I have to say right now, I believe it is.
Yeah.
You know yourself, you've got the rooted ideas, You've got people to try it. You've got yourself to try it. You've put in the work, and there will be people that are out there going, what's he doing that for? But you know what? You can look back now, smile and go, this is why.
Yes.
Because
Exactly.
I'm announcing this online coaching right now. It's coming live in January. You've had people doing it for the last 12 weeks. You're going to be able to show the results, which is something I've never done before, so that I'm nervous as hell. But
you'll be alright.
I'll put a big smiley face.
A big emoji over it. But like that's it's all things that that people will look at and sort of go, why? But it doesn't matter, because what you're doing is going to make a massive difference. And
just because it isn't to them doesn't mean it's not.
Exactly. And like people, I think people do it out of jealousy. Like,
of course they do.
I wish
that's exactly what it is. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
exactly.
I always put it down to jealousy, 100%.
Exactly. And when we even started
100%.
this, we would get people trolling, you know,
Yeah.
like not liking things and
Oh
commenting.
yeah, do you remember that? Three,
Serious?
yeah. Like I
Trolls.
think for like the first 5 or 6 episodes,
People would
every
go on.
single time there was at least 2 or 3 dislikes.
Just
I was like,
people would just
nah,
go
there's
on.
someone there, someone
And it was
there.
always almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, but it was one of those things we were sort of going, well, why are they doing that? It's just really weird. But then you just have to just go, that doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
that's it.
because we're enjoying ourselves. As we said in the last episode, we really hope it has made a difference.
I think it's awesome. Like, honestly,
we want to get people on like yourself, like Nadia, like Lauren and Phil and Chris, just different people.
Yeah.
But then certainly people that have like a story and a point, and
Like we could have anybody on.
Yeah.
We don't care. Like we could just have anybody on. If they don't have a chat with us, that's
Yeah.
fine. Like it's not a big
it's
not a big
good.
deal. But then it's obviously having yourself, and
Yeah.
like you said, like Nadia, like 2 people
But
that had a point behind,
Yeah.
being on the podcast. It's a reason, like
And it
you
helps with our initial point of the whole thing, which was to get people talking, and
Yeah.
get people thinking about
Yeah.
other things and all the rest. And like as you said, like, people poo-poo the idea and do all that, but
There's just like, there's always going to be people that sort of try and bring you down, and it's like because they're not doing it. That's what it is. It's that
Exactly.
mentality because I'm not doing that.
yeah.
So they're going to put like
We see what they're doing.
Negativity,
As in,
yeah.
like, what are they doing? But like, it's one of those things that you rise above it, you do your own thing, and
that's it. You just-
I 100% believe in the program. I believe it's going to work.
Thank you. I
And
believe in it
in the
too.
business.
It's-
I believe in Be Strong Not Skinny.
yeah.
It's going to work.
It's just I apply my own, like I try and like I coach myself, and like I'm just trying to say what I say to clients. It's like they sort of say to themselves like you do your best. It's only a matter of time.
Mhm.
Trust the process. Like that's literally what I'm doing. But in terms of like business, in
Yeah.
terms of everything like woven in, like Be
Mhm.
Strong Not Skinny.
But it's not even them that has to put the trust in it. You also have to do it as well.
Of course you do. Like
Because
that's
if you don't
the
trust
thing.
in the program,
Yeah,
what are they gonna
like,
do?
I'm
They're gonna be like,
gonna
well, if he doesn't
market-
trust in it,
I'm
then
gonna market my own results as well. It's not just you guys doing it. It's I want to do it myself because
Yeah.
it's very much my methodologies and everything I've learned and experienced over the years.
Mm.
And if it doesn't work for me, then it would be stupid like just making up a program and
Yeah,
then go and do
exactly.
it. But that's what most trainers do. To be
Yeah,
honest, like
yeah.
you can have the knowledge, you can have all the scientific expertise in the world, but if you don't like, practice what you preach,
Do as I do, not as I
yes,
say.
exactly.
It's a saying.
You're not living that lifestyle. Like I live and breathe health and fitness. Like my girlfriend's a fitness instructor,
Mhm.
and I'm also lucky to be with someone who's just as much
into
the
fitness.
in
as
the,
well.
in the fitness. So I very
Yeah.
much live that lifestyle, and I live like the no food restrictions,
Mhm.
more calories, not less lifestyle as
That's
well.
proven earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Mince pies on the go, pizza.
Yeah.
Like, see when I got in that photo shoot shape, that's when this very first plan originated, and that was not last summer, but June 2016. I think I did
Mhm.
that photo shooting, and that's when I really experimented with that no food restrictions and the eating more calories, not less. Like that photo shoot was very intense, and also looking back, I wouldn't do it at that time frame, but
Yeah.
it was 6 weeks, and every single weekend I was having Domino's and I was having pizza, and I was going out with Victoria. We're going out for dinner. We're going to Papa Brown's and Springsteen's and all these restaurants who do big burgers and big portions and big fries and cheesecake and all. And all I was doing is what's written in the Be Strong Not Skinny online coaching and nutritional guidelines is weekly calorie intake.
Mhm.
So, in a basic sort of layman's terms, if you wanted to lose 1 pound of body fat per week, you need to burn 3,500 calories. So if you take that on like an average weekly basis, that's 500 calories a day, isn't it? You just, divide 3,500 by 7, so it gives you an average of 3,000 or 500 calories less calories a day. Just say, take Andrew for example, to say he was burning 3,000 calories to maintain his weight. So his body is naturally burning 3,000. So if he had 3,000 calories, he would maintain his weight. He wouldn't gain or he wouldn't lose. So if I just went, Andrew, I'm going to take away 250 calories from your diet, from food, and then I'm going to introduce 250 calories of exercise. There's 500 calories, and if he did that over 7 days, he would technically lose, in scientific terms, 1 pound of body fat. He might lose more on the scales, but you would lose 1 pound of body fat. But that's on a daily approach. But if you did like a weekly approach, just say you did just say he was burning 3,000, you go 3 times 7, so 21,000 a week, and that's all that matters. That 21,000 calorie or goal. So like myself, I'm sure you do at the weekends. Like I obviously weekends are my time to enjoy myself. Go see my girlfriend, we go for dinner, we do things, we sit in sometimes, but we generally just enjoy ourselves, and I don't really want to worry about, can't eat that. I've done it before in the past, like going out for family meals, freaking out because I'm like, I can't eat that. I'm going to put on weight.
I have 1 chip.
Yeah.
Like
things like that.
Professor come out
and then the mince pie.
6 chips per portion.
Oh, there was that woman.
That's not a joke.
There's that woman in the papers or something. She came out.
Harvard professor.
Yeah.
Said that we should have, if we're having a portion of chips, 6 chips.
There you go.
Like, come on.
I know.
There's people out there that just don't want to have, like, they were on the Atkins diet years and years ago. It just didn't work. And
That's all fat.
Terrible.
It's
Terrible.
She died of a heart attack. Did you know that?
Really? There you go then.
It shows how well it was working then, doesn't it?
There you go.
But then, like, seeing like even then, like mince pies and all, like, you see, years ago I would have refused that. I would have went, no, I can't have mince pie.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that was my mindset. But now it's so much fresher and cleaner. How good does it feel, Andrew? You back me up. Like, if someone offers you a few heroes.
Yeah.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
Someone's going to offer you food.
Yeah.
I was go, have it.
We got a box of sweets sent us from one of our insurers and work.
Yeah.
Really nice box of sweets. And they're like, do you want one? I was like, go on then.
Yeah.
1 sweet. I was allowed it. I could have had.
I wasn't allowed it.
That's the thing. But what I'm saying is that whenever I was training, I'd be like, nah.
Yes, exactly.
Like, really weird. See, the day after I started doing that ridiculous training 6 days a week, day after I started it, boss brought donuts up, and I went, nah.
Yeah.
Not having that.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'd be like, yeah, probably could get away with one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
you'd just be like, well,
I
I've
can
got
just
2,100 calories or 21,000 calories to hit this week.
Yeah.
Just say it was a Friday and just say you've already had 17,000 of those calories. You'd be like, still got 4,000 calories left.
No. Yeah.
Still got those calories left.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying about that's how it works, because I know it doesn't have to happen like on a Saturday or Sunday, but generally speaking, most people will do something on a Friday night or a Saturday to go out with their friends, family, drinking, whatever. So it's a good time to actually go, right, strategically say to yourself, right, if I'm going to go out for dinner or with the girlfriend or the husband or whatever on a Saturday night, and you know for a fact that you're, going to be eating something it's going to be higher in calories, like burger, chips, whatever. You may have a starter, you may not, but you might be tempted with a dessert. In like the typical diet model of I'm on a diet, I hate that word diet. Diets do not work. If you ever say to yourself, I'm doing this diet, not going to work. Simple as that. This diet model where you're like, I'm on a diet, that means like that's the society we live in. So as soon as you say the word diet, you automatically go, I'm going to restrict myself. I'm not, certain foods are off limit. As soon as you say a word to yourself, I'm on a diet, certain foods are off limit.
It's basically what the word means now to people, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And so when you're out with family and you're eating a burger and chips, you're going to feel extremely guilty for eating that food. And it's just food. One meal in the grand scheme of things is not going to do anything.
It's not going to break your dad. It's not going to break me.
It's not going to
what you're eating
exactly.
or your
It's
routine.
not going to change anything physically or anything.
You're not going home and be like, oh damn it.
Yeah.
What a waste.
All that 3 stolen loss has been put on again. No, it doesn't work.
Burgers.
Exactly. But if you can eat all this food that is deemed unhealthy, your burgers, your chips, your desserts, your brownies, whatever, if you can eat that food and you're still able to lose body fat inches, and come Monday morning you're down, as in next check-in with me and myself, or next time you try on new clothes, and you're down and you've just dropped the dress size, and you're like, for most people that have the same reaction as you had, like, it's like, how does this work? What?
It doesn't make sense.
But it doesn't make sense.
You're like a full mind for you.
Because if I said to you, Phil, right now, like, if you really wanted to lose, if you wanted to lose weight, like, you could still eat the exact same foods as you're eating now.
Yeah.
Crisps, chocolate, biscuits. You could still eat them.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's mind blowing, because you'd be like, oh, shut up.
I've said to you before, I said to Rachel all the time, I was like, look, I'm just going to do what he says, and if it's wrong, it's on him. Like, I swear.
Yeah.
Andrew, what's happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I swear.
Rolls out of bed.
I've gained 17 stone.
I swear. That's what I said to her. I was like, look, I'm just going to trust him. And she was very much like, alright.
Yeah. But everyone is, and I hold my hands up and saying, like, so many people are like, at the start it is a bit, I just want you to trust, like, honestly, I just want you to trust me, and, you know, when it works, when it pays off, like, it's the best feeling in the world, isn't it? Like, someone comes in and goes, do you want a chocolate? You're like, yeah.
Go on.
And that's it. That's it. You just live a normal life, but it's
a healthier one.
It's a healthier one. It's a stronger one. It's a happier one. It's you're in control, and you now know, like, the right way to do things. Do you know what I mean? I think
mentally, physically, the lot.
Exactly.
It comes, as you say. It comes back to that triangle.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
the whole
have
package.
All three,
it's literally the whole package.
It's fine.
It's hard to get your head around. Like, I obviously understand. Like, you know, if I interviewed, like, 20 random people in the street saying, what have I told you? You know what it means? Do you ever get see what I mean? It's like, what have I told you?
Yeah.
Imagine that, like, what have I told you? You could eat more food, not less.
Yeah.
Or you have to train less, not more.
Yeah.
To get in shape. You're like, you're talking shit.
Literally.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, I was pretty honest. I think that is literally what I thought at the start. I just thought, we'll see.
That's it.
There you go.
But that's what's remarkable, and that's what I can't wait for so many people to benefit from.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just going to be, like, if it just grows and grows and grows to the point where, like, there are hundreds in that group.
Yeah.
Like, that's just going to be life changing for so many people, and not just like if it escalates and, like, catches wind with the media, then you could potentially change thousands and thousands of people's lives. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to, like. It's actually scary when you think about it. It's actually quite whoa.
Well, I think
takes my breath away a wee bit.
But I think it's just the motivation for what you're doing is key. It's not you're going to make millions of pounds.
No, it's
that you want to make a difference, and that for me is the difference between yourself, Be Strong Not Skinny, and other PTs.
Yeah.
Because you're not in it for the look at my
never
outfit.
Never have
it's
been.
Gonna be,
and never will be because
of what you can get out of it. It's what you can give to other people, which I think is the difference, and I think it's gonna work.
Yeah, it will work. I'm 100%. I know it will work, and I know it does work. And it's like this early stages. Like, I always say to myself, if it's like this now, oh my goodness, like in 6 months' time, a year's time of more developments, more input, more feedback, more results, better software, better. Like, everything's just gonna grow and grow and grow until it hopefully becomes this massive platform where it's just the go-to program out there. Like yourself, sitting at home, going, you may have that sort of spark in your brain and goes, I want to go to the gym. You never know. I want to go to the gym. I want to get in shape. That's the first thing you'll think about. Yeah. Because you know it works, and you know it's the most manageable, non-restrictive, sustainable way of doing things. And hopefully, like long term wise, it would be like, instead of someone going diet, like, everyone just literally disregards that word and people start saying, like, that's why it's come up with the hashtags, like, no for food restrictions. That catches on, that becomes a thing, that becomes a movement. Same as obviously the be strong not skinny.
Yeah.
People start saying that in everyday households, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the talk. Every gym you go into, people know what they're doing, why they're doing it, how to do it.
Yeah.
Eating becomes it's a better way of life.
Yeah.
All these like big companies, you got your Slim Fast, you got your whatever it is, Just Plus, your Weight Watchers, your Herbalife.
That's
like
what the next one I was thinking of.
Yeah, they become
obsolete. Yeah,
they're done, they're dusted, because everyone just catches on. And everyone's doing it the right way, and so many people are doing it the right way that it's just like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a great way to look at it, and I think as well, certainly from my own experience, as you say, it's gonna work. And you know, as we're coming to the close here, I suppose a good finishing point would be, well, first of all, we'll actually finish on your what's included in the package and whatever. But if you had to say one piece of advice to somebody out there that's not sure, or
go for it,
or you know, like
jump in.
Or like, if you had to give somebody some piece of advice that, you know, they're not too sure, they've been hand in hand, what would that be?
If you're not sure, I guess, like, in a very crowded industry, there's obviously a lot of information out there. I would really seek out, like, what you want. Like, what do you want from, like, the gym? Does that make sense? Like, do you want to be constantly dieting? Like, do you enjoy your foods? What's your lifestyle like? Do you have a family? Do you have children? Are you, you know, you enjoy the finer things in life? Like, you have to really just question and sort of really be in tune with your own personal reason for doing things. I think everyone jumps in with both feet thinking, oh, I just want to lose a bit of weight, but there's no reason behind it.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's why the weight comes back on again.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been from the gut, they haven't challenged themselves. Yeah. Like, it's quite deep, but obviously that's why it's great, this podcast is, because we're all open, we're all just trying to talk more. So that's what I want people to do. Just, you know, ask yourself, how do I want to feel? And why? If you can answer that question with 100% honesty, then you'll
know where to start, basically.
Yes, you know where to start. You know if a program's right for you or not, because it's always going to go back to that answer.
Yeah.
You could say, I want to feel amazing within my own skin again. Or, you know, I've dealt with clients, I guess, I want to get over depression. Yeah. And there's a few clients have battled depression while they've been working with me, and that's just amazing, like, life changing. If your why and your answer to that question is, I want to battle depression, then there you go. That's your motive every single day. Yeah. Every single day you're going to wake up going, I'm going to battle depression. I'm getting over this. If your answer is, I want to feel confident, I want to look in the mirror going, I look good, I feel good, I'm happy. Then you're going to wake up every day, challenging, going after it, trying to make something happen. Instead of you doing the same old, like, most programs just don't have a why. It's like, well, bicep curls, tricep extensions.
This is where you're going to start, and this is where you're going to end.
That's it.
And it doesn't matter.
That's it. Yeah. It's like point A, point B, you do it, after you do it, that's it. Yeah. What have you achieved? That's why I asked you the question, what did you learn from the programs? Like, it's very, very important in the grand scheme of things, because I know it, because I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm not saying it's been easy over the last years, but once I figured out why I was doing something, that's why I love this Be Strong Not Skinny coaching.
And that is actually, I forgot to mention earlier, week 1, you asked us to write down why. Yes. And also what you want to do, like where you want to be, all that sort of stuff. So it all does link back, and it will link into the program for anyone that buys it. So just in finishing, what is in your program? So it's £80 per 4
Yes, it's So how it works is it's obviously solely online.
Yeah.
But I understand that some people like the experience of a one-to-one coach. So there is options to pay for additional one-to-one training sessions. That could be on as frequently as you want. It could be once a month. It could be once every 2 months. It could be once a week. It's completely up to you. So included in the Be Strong Not Skinny online coaching, it's £80 a month, and what you're getting is me. That's what you're getting is me, and I'm your personal.
Cheap,
yeah. Cheaper than some professions.
What do you think we're doing on the side?
So it's me woven into it. So you're getting your own personal coach. It's someone there I send you exactly what you need to do. So it's sent straight to your email. Is workouts, based on your schedule. It's usually 2 or 3 a week. And that's all you need, maximum 3 workouts a week. And you can do things on top of that if you want. Customized workouts, video demonstrations, exercise tutorials. It's all user friendly. You click a play button, a video pops up, it plays, it shows you how to do the exercises. I talk you through it, so it's literally foolproof. You get obviously nutritional guidelines, and that is the no food restrictions. That is how to calculate your basal metabolic rate, your calories, your weekly calories, how to factor foods in, how to find that balance. You obviously get the mobility guidelines as well, the mobility plan. It's under sore back. It's if you've got tight back, tight hips, tight hamstrings, that's going to help you move better, feel better, and obviously ultimately look better. You've got obviously the support, which is an email support, and I check in with you once a week, and that's just a personal check-in. You got your 15-minute phone calls bi-weekly, so that's when you start the program, you'll get a phone call from me, and we'll have a chat. I'll make sure that you're completely comfortable with the welcome package, and you've read through it and you've digested the material, and that's extensive. That package itself is extensive. There's a lot of information in that, and obviously that's why throughout the packages I'm on video and I'm talking you through me coaching you, so it's me very much woven into it. You've got the option there to Skype call me once a month if that's something you want to see me face to face, or maybe you can't make it to me for the one-to-one sessions. You can do a one-to-one Skype call as well. You've got obviously the private Facebook support group, which is absolutely brilliant, and that's a community of like-minded people who are on the same journey as you. People might be finished the program who are experienced and they've been doing this for 6 months, years, obviously potentially. Obviously, you've got access to me through that Facebook group, and there's going to be weekly webinars, Q&As. There's share your successes, your failures, what you struggle with, answer members' questions, get feedback. That's going to support you through the entire 12 weeks and beyond, obviously, for lifetime.
Because you're never kicked out of that group.
Exactly.
Unless
yeah. Unless Facebook gets deleted.
Yeah.
And then we're screwed.
Just lost all my friends.
Yeah. And that's the package, and that's £80 a month for solely online coaching. Whether you're someone who just wants to get started, has never been to the gym before, has experience lifting weights, but just wants that program that is just much more than your typical 12-week shred. Wants to eat more calories, not less, doesn't want to have to eat chicken salad all day, doesn't have to be constantly tired, hungry, lethargic, saying to the family, I can't eat this, can't eat that, freaking out about wee things like chocolate, sweets, very poor relationship with food, very poor relationship with themselves, physically and mentally. It's just that overall lifestyle, service that's not just about making you feel physically good, but also making you feel just as good mentally.
Yeah, brilliant.
And I'm very, very excited to launch it. So it's going to be launched in January. So it's day one, January 7th. But that's just when the service goes live, and what comes with that is a website, and it's going to be all smooth and easy to access, and there's going to be lots of information on the website. And obviously there's going to be a wee bit of video material there as well. It's going to give you exactly what's in the program and how to start it and how to follow it, and a few testimonials and client results. So very exciting times. I'm excited for next week.
Yeah, and we'll link you in below. Like everybody, you know, the application's still open now.
Yes,
Yeah.
applications are still. I've only got 3 spots available for the online coaching.
Yeah.
So if you are interested, I would
We'll pop a link
recommend.
below.
Yeah, click the link below
Yeah.
and you apply.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely wish you every success with that.
Thank you for having me on. It's been brilliant. I loved
Yeah,
it.
I've really enjoyed this, and
Yeah.
I suppose in closing, I genuinely believe what you've got here will help, and anybody that is even thinking about it. As I said at the start, I was dubious, but I am converted to say the least. So, you know, Adrian, 80, whatever you want to call him, he
Jesus.
genuinely, yeah, he Mr. Coke, he legitimately will help you, and his intentions are completely pure, and they will 100% work if you stick with it. So I do fully suggest anybody that's thinking about it, just don't anymore, just do it. It's completely changed my thinking, and I 100% appreciate everything
No problem.
so far.
Thank you very much. Honestly, it's been a pleasure.
But yeah, we've really enjoyed this one. I certainly have.
I certainly have as well.
And,
Thank you.
thanks for being here. And
No,
we'll
thank you very
catch
much.
you again soon, I'm sure.
Yes, catch you soon.
Bye.